Tell me the names of those students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself. Oh! Damn, she really don't like Lily. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is.
Oh,
Wow,
boy.
that is messed up. Seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. Hello, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. I think I said it right, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to play this again. Last episode, we found out Shizune and Lily have beef. Maybe because Lily's blind and Shizune's deaf, that they don't get along. I think that's the whole reason, but there could be some other reason. We met Emmy with the no legs, then we met Rin, the one with no hands. At the end of the last episode, we were vibing, just painting, and then the next day happens, and that's where we left off. Got my lucky brain here with me. If you enjoyed this series so far, do you like? Comment down below, subscribe if you haven't. Same. All the helps to make your days a little bit better. Alright, let's go. The running girl. I'm guessing Emmy? We're gonna have more interaction with Emmy? I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up, while making excuses as far why I already have it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting the impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily. They better not. Still a school. The nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. Oh yeah, he wants me to go swim or go to the gym or something, which I think is a bad idea because his heart type shit. So eventually I do rise up, swallowing the morning medications and put on my old soccer clothing. What? You play football? Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaka, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life. This way, a bit like me. After all, I'm going to start taking care of myself. I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. We wouldn't want that. Oh! We're gonna play some football! You're gonna be Neymar Jr. or Mbappe. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. Emmy! The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. Emmy. It's Emmy. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe something akin to mine. And the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. Uh-oh. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. I knew it. Twin tails. Her name is Emmy. Good morning. Your name is Hisao, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that you remember my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Great! I'm not sure she realized I was joking. To the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right. Oh, I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What? Are you saying I look like I could be a spy? Nah. No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kind of lost around the track. That ain't me. So why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training! For what? Track! Whoa. Track? Really? Ah, I see you're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's a good exercise, you know? I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. He'd probably pass out. No, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know? It's true, I never even really got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found in the field, that's for sure. Henry seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not that into the whole organization thing, but now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together. Huh? What? Sure, I guess. Amy seems pleased. Are you gonna warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh. Okay. Oh no, you always should warm up. Baddie style. What? She calls me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. You don't have... Let me stop. What? She's bouncing? As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go! So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. She's dusting you. Peace out. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Damn! Hands spread, right? And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. Try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today and slow to a walk pretty quickly. Emmy's dusting me though. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. Damn! She lapped you. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily and crouches to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? She's making fun of me. I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? I guess that's true. Next time, you just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer, and longer. Eventually, you'll be great. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I think right now, I'm going to get ready for class. Damn, this is the morning? They went for a run in the morning? You're gonna be all sweaty and musty in class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I've got plenty of time. I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisao. Yeah, see ya. See ya! I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emmy said, I just needed to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect. Or something like that. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I'll have to try to keep this up. W health. Look at the painting. We did this yesterday. Head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform. Oh, there it is. Hygiene. Good. Trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running. I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Is this my room? Or do I have to go out of my room into a washroom to shower? I don't know about that. Uh-oh. What's this guy's name again? I forgot his name. Kenji. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears with the mist looming and radiating malicious intent. It bursts through the fog. Here. I knew it. Sup? What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem?
I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man.
What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask you if you've been looking for me like that. Stark naked, but hold my tongue back. I finally realized I'm still naked too and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me. But Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. He's blind. I forgot. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad? It's like he's perpetually seeing through fog.
You know, your room and yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? What?
Why would you need money? And why are you asking me?
He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane-sized glasses. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward.
Yeah. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of y'all are both naked. Oh hell no! I can never do this dorm life. You don't even have the decency to cover yourself up. To say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off with little success. Money? Sure. You're giving him money?
Wait, why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill to not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower?
What?
I could have, but I exercised restraint, and in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. This makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payment, since his thoughts were so clearly impure and his intentions are probably even more sinister, since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man. If that is your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest.
How much? I guess some of the pizza too, right?
No.
What? He's finessing. No, bro. I can't even have a slice of the pizza. Come on, man. Kenji,
Are you serious? Yeah, I will give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat the pizza.
during lunch. Give it to me during lunch. What about you?
I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza and they will ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece, but you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before. That's how I know. Every day, I plan my vengeance so that when the people who wrong me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant.
Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony.
But yeah, I only need like 400 yen. Please, you're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far.
400 yen? That's like $4 or 4 cents, I think. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary.
Let me tell you what happened. The last time I went out without carefully planning it out in advance, I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something standing? Maybe. I'm wondering how I got there. And then out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning split in the sky. Like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces to make manageable to hold and eat.
A bird crapped on my head. Oh, that's tough.
It was the second most shocking moment of my life. Was the first.
Me and Hisao think alike. He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me.
It was like in the opening. It was like in the openings to some kind of anime show. You know how there's always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival? And they fly at each other and clash swords. Like there's like big dramatic auras and zoom. It was like that, but with poo.
What is that?
Disgusting. Okay, so yeah, I need somebody please. Don't let me hanging, man. I only like what the.
Whoa. He's trying to finesse. He said 400 yen like 2 minutes ago.
I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back.
Oh, he's finessing.
You have 1 week.
Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. Particularly a disturbing fact given that his baton is conducting freely. Pause!
They're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms. Man, men have it bad enough as it is. Did you know that male porn stores only make about half of what people... What? Where'd you get this fact? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a P-star. So maybe I am a P-star on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. Oh, for God, he's talking about like a female conspiracy theory. He's one of those. I fight the feminist agenda, and you can't even spot me or crumbs? You bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again. This stuff is important. I can see they don't give a shit. But this is serious. Here, feminists are a dangerous enemy. Make the mistake, you take them lightly, and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. BAM! Out of nowhere. What is he on about? He's going on another tangent, bro. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabs you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things. I thought you just said you don't take them lightly. Well, I don't take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat. But there was some kind of war, like a big war with men on one side and the feminist forces on the other side. It would be pretty ugly. And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say it's on now, motherfuckers. You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? I mean, it'd have to be massive. You couldn't hide that on Earth. Someone would notice a big fortress with women only in it. Yeah. Who said it was on Earth? I turn away from Kenji and start practicing frowning faces in a mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. He can't see me from this distance anyway, which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility. Oh no. Yeah, there's a war going on. A war not many have known. I don't want to read this again, bro. Just him yapping. That will one day bowl over and encompass all of the known world. Then we will have to pick sides. We'll have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it. The bloody battlefield. A vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight, when I mistook the time when power went out for a feminist raid and the thought of the end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would all be over. And I was like, whoa. And I knew I had to get serious because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty. It must be a pretty crappy movement if it all hinges on one naked guy ranting in a bathroom at another naked guy. Could I have the buddy? Take my money and leave. Take the money and leave. He's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class, so I agreed to spot him the money. Awesome. Thanks, dude. We should go bowling later on with my money. Bowling? Yes, the ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. Is this guy sexist? I think he might be sexist. I just realized that. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flower accents? There are bowling clothes? Baby? Anyway, you had better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? You finessed me. You got me, bro. You got me. I don't have time to ask him to elaborate on what he means. I don't know. I have to get to class. You're kind of in the way. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to hold you up, and I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. The time for what? I just like saying that. Man, I like Kenji. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it. I was just going to, and what does that mean? It's a big bathroom. So? I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure. Okay, what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I give him my practice frown and it looks kind of silly, reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. What a nice filler arc. That is the time I will never get back. Agreed. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now, I have to get to class. Wow. Just like that. I'm the first person in class today. What? Although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. Man, you weren't even late, bro. You had enough time. A combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired.
Just take a nap. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize it's a good reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway. A lady's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lady stops at the door, looking hesitant, as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though. They're straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if it was of importance to look prim when entering our classroom. Excuse me, she calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily. Sal, good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely if I were to tell her too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance? No, she seems to come in only just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here. What? The whole school gave me an ISO? I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should? Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline of event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. Could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today. What the Hi. Oh god, it's me. Oh no. Shizuna is gonna see that I'm hanging with her number one op, Lily. Misha pops into the room with the Shizune as if on cue, shouting with the loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Hi, Hichan. Hi. Oh, she's smiling. But does she not notice? Does she not notice Lily? Look, it's a class representative. Hello. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. Good morning. Huh. Of course, you're not the representative of this class, right? I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Damn! They're having a tussle. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present. She's trying to detect whether or not she is to know who she is talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha. But knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. Boom. W layup. Because Lily couldn't see if Shizune was here. Why is she looking like that? You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true, I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything, especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Past rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their project budget reports for their events, even the first years, except you. Wahahaha! There's still time to hand it in, isn't there? Oh, why is she looking at me like that? What'd I do? Why me? Today. The deadline is today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have all of the necessary paperwork days ago, but someone had to say the deadline. Please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. You want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class's event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me. Misha puffs her hands on her hips and standing up straight. Wow, she's really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused though. Hey Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left.
Please, Sisao. It's all right. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. And Shizune is probably going to be mad at me because I didn't take her side. It's a lose-lose situation. I can't win. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed. You think I have forgotten about it? I understand how important it is. Then, can I have it, please? Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. Oh, so Lily's I don't know actually. I don't know. Is she a class rep on her class? I think. I don't know. I was not paying attention. I'm sorry. But Shizune handles the whole event, I think, right? She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better. Oh my gosh. Again, why is she looking at me like that? It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something that you should just be delegating away. As class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. Oh, she is a class rep in her class. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. Damn. She's looking this to Lily. I completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students had been sick recently, so they couldn't come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick. No, Lily, what? Okay. Shizune is really pressing Lily, bro. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, she really doesn't, as she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know? What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously. Let me stop. Waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor, Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with that attitude? I said it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class rep or aren't you? Tell me the names of those students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself. Zune! Damn. She really don't like Lily. Maybe Lily the same way too, but I don't know. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Wow. That is messed up. Damn, that is messed up. Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Damn! Shizune, calm down! Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of the sarcasm which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear, but this seems a little much. That's what I'm saying, bro. Seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. She crashed out. Sweet little Lily, that's always calm and collected, is about to crash out. Hold on, bro. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Oh my gosh, they got beef. They got beef, bro. Why did they? No, stop. I have to mediate things. I have to stop them from fighting. But if I try to do something, they're gonna think I'm taking the other person's side. Then that other person is gonna be mad at me. Okay, one more time. I was actually just discussing your budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. Oh my gosh, bro. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation.
Hee-chan, don't you slack off either. What are you talking about? Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hee-chan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person. Damn, she's still throwing disses at her. Some stray shots at her, bro. That's crazy. I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. Don't drag me into this. I've done my part. Hey, come on, cut me and Lily some slack. But I don't know what to pick here. I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. Hey, come on, cut me and Lily some slack. Don't drag me into this. I've done my part. Feel like if I choose this one, Shizune is gonna be pissed that I took Lily's side. But I do like drama, bro. I like drama. Okay, let's choose this. Hey, I'm the new guy, remember? It's not like I could have done much, even if I wanted. That's right, you shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into it on his first week. Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting, so I decided to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both. Oh, she's pissed. Excuses. Miss Class Rep has had plenty of time to deal with her report, and we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success. Yeah, but as I said back then, I'm not sure if I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, it will mean being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and that is what she wants. Whatever, forget it. I turn my back at him. Lily, class is going to be starting soon. Can we talk more later? I'll tell Hanako you were looking for her. I can feel Shizune freezing. Maybe this is the first time she has ever been ignored in such a blunt manner. Thank you, Hisao. I'll leave now then. She gives me the sweetest smile I've seen all week. Turns on her heels to make her exit. As soon as Lily walks out the door, I suddenly start feeling reluctant about turning to face Shizune. GG's, we're the same class too. I can feel her eyes burning to my neck and can't bring myself to look at her. She must be furious. I keep expecting Misha to say something to alleviate the tension, but it really is wanting too much. In the end, I get back to my seat and listen to the sound of Shizune's footsteps as she marches out of the room. She doesn't return until a few minutes before class. She is mad. Hana doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. Where is she? I'm worried for Hanako, bro. I feel so bad for her. Like, she's always lonely and alone. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I bet. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do. Despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead of opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmically clashing of chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. Really, I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do, so I stay for a while reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway. Me too, I like leaving last. Less crowded, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. Either I'm the first one to go, like I'm at that classroom, or I'm like one of the last students to leave. Especially in high school, there's so much people, bro. Like this shit. I noticed Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. What? Maybe there's pent-up anger in there. Yeah, she hates you. Or me. Or us. Because we chose Lily's side. Or something like that. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sound back anything the other girl says. It seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, the business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again. Oh! Wow, I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. I used the opportunity to reconcile with Shizuna a bit. Without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect that door is now closed for me. Oh no, because I chose Lily. GG's. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shurizuni scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me. In the end, she starts shining without doing either. Misha perks up looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well it's like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it vigorously. Well, of course, we're in a student council. So we're pretty busy. Oh, so that's why she deals with the whole school and their plans and whatever, because she's in the student council. Makes sense. Come on, use your brain. Okay, and she's talking to the other class reps in the other classes. Okay. And Lily's probably just giving her a hard time. But that's no reason to, clash with her, diss her with some subliminals. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws. No, I think that was encumbrances. No, nothing that might make the festival short of perfect. Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting with them. Oh, hello? Who's that? I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Oh, Shizune's about to be mad. GG's, bro. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away, to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. No, don't scare her like that. Maybe she's showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Sato. She came back in the morning though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on their festival project, but who knows where that woman is loitering at. You need to find her. She was looking for you in the morning, but I guess you have missed each other. She waits a little without answering the simple question, looking awfully like she's not sure if it's proper to answer such a question. Yeah, I can come with you, if it's okay. Hanako nods fractionally, still on guard, her shoulders stiff like wood. I get the feeling that she might be more comfortable by herself after all, but it's too late to back off now. She has this really troubled expression she seems to wear almost constantly, the one that makes me constantly be on my guard myself. I wonder why. I kind of understand why she always seems to be so worried, or maybe more like why there could be a person like her, but I still have no idea how I should act around such a person. It's dinner time soon. Were you planning to eat with Lily? Dinner? She nods lightly. So she must have been trying to get into the cafeteria. Well, there's something of a dinner crowd, just like the cafeteria is crowded during lunch. It's not as bad because dinner time is longer than lunch hour, but I can understand why Hanako could be discouraged from going in. I pick up my bag and we take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, or slow down to match her speed. Oh, she's skipping? It doesn't take long for us to be walking at a comfortable pace down the hallway. It almost feels like we're going for a stroll together, something that I can't say I've really done before with a girl. Hanako doesn't seem to be thinking that same thing though. Even though we are walking at the same pace, she never comes within arm's reach of me. I guess she's still a little uncomfortable around me, given how shy she is. Her doesn't seem to be much helping it. at least for now. By the time we arrived at the cafeteria, there's not much of a crowd there, but Lily is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the classroom. Check the classroom. Hanako's head sinks even lower than usual. Have you looked somewhere else already? Just at the library. I was reading, sorry. So she does spend the classes she skips at the library. Damn, you don't want to study? So not exactly a thorough search then. Well, if I had to guess, she'd be in her own classroom like Shizune said, right? Right. With the slightest of nods, Hanako agrees on my reasoning. Gosh, she's being so awkward. It's like I need double-layered silk gloves with padding to even begin interacting with her. Some small talk might help her become a bit more used to me. It isn't hard to tell that the silence between us is hovering on the edge of both our minds. So you and Lily usually hang out together after class, right? Yes. I'm not quite sure what I expected from her answer, nor why I even asked the question. That much was rather obvious after all. She doesn't seem like the type to cultivate a social circle either, so I suspect that Lily may well be her only friend. Nope! Isao, you're her second friend. Come on now. And I'm making Misha and Shizune like you too. I don't know, this Lily and Shizune beef? It's getting dissolved. Must be a pain being in different classes, I'm guessing. She gives a sharp, almost reflexive nod. Compared to Lily's careful thought about her actions and speech, Hanako hastens to make her answers as prompt and short as possible. Lily comes by the classroom, though even when she's busy, gives a smile as she says it. Aw, look at her, evidently appreciating the fact that Lily goes out of her way to help her. It's pretty cute, really. There isn't any need to say more. Both of us content. Discussions reached an end. As we ascend the stairs back to the lobby, we are met by a group of students heading downstairs like a school of fish, moving from one feeding area to another. They seem to be keeping mostly to themselves, but before I can notice her doing so, Hanako has moved around behind me. Hey, are you alright? Just keep going. The students pass us without as much as a second glance, and Hanako takes up the position to my side again as we enter the building. Her momentary reprieve from her anxiety all but snatched away. Even as we climb towards the third floor, she doesn't seem to relax. It isn't as if I've never known a shy person before, or even shy girls, but Hanako seems to be pretty far beyond what I'd call normal in her fear of other people. If it weren't for Lily acting as a mediator, I doubt Hanako would have been able to walk beside me like this. She seems to completely shut down in the presence of others. The rest of the walk up to Lily's classroom continues in strained silence, while I rue her inability to socialize at all. After we make our way up the stairs, the noise coming from Lily's classroom is audible from halfway down the hallway. I wasn't expecting such a din at all. It was just some people talking. Well, I guess we found her. Oh, this wasn't hard. Did Hanako come here first and come to me for backup, I wonder? Well, if that's true, then at least she's starting to trust me a little. That can only be a good thing. Eventually, the two of us reached the door to class 3-2 with Hanako less than subtly positioning herself behind me. I opened the door. Whoa! Inside is a hive of activity, seemingly every student in the class talking to at once as they hurriedly on their separate tasks. Going by the paint cans, decorations, and banners being made. It must be for the upcoming school festival. Damn, they're really passionate about this festival. I guess my first priority should be finding Lily. There, finding her among the din is surprisingly easy, not the least because of her looks. With a couple of the students gather around her as she stands at the front of the class, she seems to be in charge of the preparations, or at least busy organizing them. Carefully negotiating a path through the various students hunched over the floor for the lack of space. I raise a hand entirely out of habit as we finally reach Lily. Hi, Lily. She perks her head up as she breaks off talking to a noticeably smaller girl who must be her classmate, trying to listen as best as she can. Sorry, who? Sorry, Hisao. I have Hanako too. There you guys go. Hi. She's pretty skittish. Considering the number of people around, it isn't too hard to work out why. Lily takes a moment's pause to assess the situation before turning to the other student once again. For a moment, just ask Moria for his advice. Kenji? He's in your class?
Oh, hell no.
Kenji's busy with painting one of the banners already.
A quick nod as she bounces off, fingers carefully sliding along the wall's face for orientation. Wait, Kenji? That Kenji?
GG's. He's in your class. I quickly turn about, leaning to the side to see past Hanako. Sure enough, in a corner of the room, Kenji's hunched over a sheet of cloth as he paints it. His eyes remain only inches from the brush, reminding me of how close he had to be to make out my face when I met him. Oh, he's partially blind. They told me that. I just forgot. Sorry about that. Our class doesn't have many students with even partial eyesight, so they're in high demand. That's our class 3-2 was especially for students with poor vision. Preparing for the festival must be pretty arduous for them. Need a hand? I could give you help if you need some. Maybe Hanako could too. A chance to set her mind on something will do her good, but I doubt she has the courage to ask outright. She quickly nods in affirmation afterwards, so I'm confident I made the right move. Lily gives a noticeable sigh of relief. Ah, that's good. This might actually get finished before everyone goes off to dinner. Now, would you be able to help the person painting the main banner? It's a big task for him to do, but nobody else can help. Kenji? Kenji? Sure. That's my home dog anyway. She seems surprised that I know him. I can't really blame her. I take it you've met? He's next to my dorm. Whatever. Our rooms in the dorm are right next to each other. There you go. That's a better way to explain. Hard to miss each other, really. Well, it's good to see you're getting friends that's so fast. Friend? I wonder if that's the right word to use for him. Hanako's silence during the proceedings reminds me of the reason I put her up to helping in the first place. We'll go help him then. He knows what needs doing, right? That's right. Just ask if you have any problems. Okay. Look at Lily. She's working. She's coordinating the people what to do. I feel like she really was a bit too mean to her. That's what I think. Chorusing in assent, Hanako and I begin another trek across the classroom. Kenji sits crouched on the floor, his gaze fixed on the white calico in front of him. Why is he like that? Why is he like this? Hey, Kenji. No answer. He continues dragging his paint-soaked brush along the large half-painted kanji that's sketched on the sheet in pencil. Kenji? There he is.
Huh? What? Who is it?
If this is the way he treats class members, it's no small wonder he's working on this alone. It's me he saw from... Right. I know that, man. What are you doing here, though? His dismissive attitude annoys me. He must be the type to really get focused on his work, hating to be disturbed by anyone until he's done, I suppose. While we talk, the sound of Hanako's footsteps as she walks out from behind me reminds me that she's here. I was just going to help with the banner, Hanako and I, that is.
Hello? Hey, I guess that's okay.
As soon as Hanako enters the equation, his demeanor takes a complete about-face. His sudden faux hospitality is slightly unsettling. Oh, right, woman. Second thoughts, this might not have been a great idea after all. This guy hates women, or he has a... whatever, bro. What the... Hanako and I grudgingly set ourselves down on the opposite side of the cloth banner to Kenji, noting the several small paints tints on the ground around it. Class 3-2. Noodle stall? You guys selling noodles at the festival on Sunday? Yeah, some stalls outside or something. His non-committal nature sparks a fair amount of suspicion on my behalf. The task at hand comes first, though. So how do you want to split this? We do borders while you do the text, or do you want to switch and do the borders? Text is mine, you do borders. He has surprisingly strong feelings on the topic. As I reach over to grab a brush, I notice Hanako's already debating between colors to use. By the time I've put a brush across, she's already started on a delicate pattern. Looks like my idea of taking her mind off everyone around her worked. Nice! With a dark blue stroke, the three of us silently get to work. Not before Kenji takes advantage of Hanako's working to lean towards me and whisper conspiratorially, though. Okay, man. Why are you here? Hanako just wanted some help before I move. That's all. He apparently disapproves of my motivations.
I get it. Looks like I misjudged you.
You're infiltrating them, aren't you? Going deep undercover. I'm not going deep undercover, girl. I should have guessed. The truth that by him would probably be better than outright lying or annoying him in any case. Is that why you're here? Yeah, obviously it sucks, but there's no better way to go until than going in yourself. We gotta stick together, man. This is a harsh school. A harsh world. Yes, very harsh. He misses my true meaning as he leans back, satisfied. I'm sympathetic to his cause. I better get down to work. Finished! Looks like I am too. Good job. The two of us connect up the lines of our patterns. Mine is being as close a copy as I could manage of hers. With a grunt, I lever myself up from the floor and look around. Aside from Hanako and myself, there's only Kenji left finishing off a sign as well as Lily and a couple of students talking among themselves in the classroom. Looking at my watch, it's no surprise. It's getting pretty late. Need a hand. I offer a hand to Hanako, which she uses to get herself up. Do be gentlemen. As she does, I can't help but glance at her wrist. The first scars extend to even to there just how much of her body was burned. Are burn marks? I feel a pang of guilt about it, however, as she quickly covers her wrist with her other hand. No! Looks good, doesn't it? You look surprised for a moment before noticing that I mean the banner. It does, I guess. Her smile shows that she feels a slight sense of pride in the result, just as I do. With the floor significantly neater and the decorations being placed on the desks and shelves, it's much easier to get to Lily as we cross the room. We finished the banner. I guess that's all that needs to be done. Lily gives her an appreciative nod. Thank you, Isao, Hanako. If there's any way I can thank you, it's fine. We'd sitting in my room studying at any rate. I don't mind either. She nods, before suddenly remembering one last person. Oh, is Kenji still here? As I open my mouth, Kenji gives the answer from the other side of the room. Yeah, just finished. He carefully slides his sign onto an empty section of shelf to dry, before quickly walking past us and out the door. Damn, you just leaving? See you, man. Bye. Damn, left me alone. The remaining two students say their goodbyes to Lily before taking their cue to leave as well, leaving only the three of us. Is this the new trio? Did I leave Shizune and Misha? Or them? I feel bad. Well, I guess that's everyone. I hope we don't have to do anything like that again. Working past school time? Indeed, the class plans this year were ambitious. Maybe too ambitious. The stalls look nice though. She's right, it shows that a lot of work's gone into them. I'm sure a lot of us would be glad to hear that. At least now there's not much work to do until the festival itself. It's getting pretty late. Should we go? That's probably a good idea. Are you going back to the dorms as well, Hisao? Yeah, I guess I'll tag along. Damn! Straight night! The nighttime lighting really makes the gardens look quite different. Compared to the usual look of lush greenery, things are much more calm. Being that it's so late, the lack of students around probably helps. The odd one or two can be scurrying to and from the dorms, trying to eck the most out of their approaching curfews, but no more. All that can be heard is our footsteps, in addition to Lily's cane regularly gently tapping the ground in front of her. It's nice to finally be able to relax a bit after the mad rush during school. Without even noticing it, I let out a small yawn. Tired? Yeah, still getting used to the flow of things, I guess. Hello, I'm yawning. The thing with Shizune took me kind of off guard, though. I grit my teeth a little at the candid mention of their rather public spat. That said, I do want to sort out what in the world was behind it. About that. I'm sorry about it being so public. Shizune and I go back some ways. Her voice seems slightly irritated as she remembers Shizune, obviously unwilling to discuss it any further. I glance at Hanako for her views on this, but her expression is, unsurprisingly, evasive and difficult to read. Either way, I guess her apologizing for it is something, even if my curiosity goes unanswered. I'll be glad once the festival is over, in any case. The change of topics welcome, clearing the thickening air quickly. I can imagine my old school's festivals were a lot more low-key than this. Yamaka stresses the idea of school community, so the staff likes to make our festivals on such special occasions. Yet the students are the ones who do the work. What an unfair world. Hanako and Lily both chuckle in agreement, savoring the fact that none of the staff are around to hear our grumbling. I suppose coming from a strict all-girl school helped me a bit with Yamako. Compared to there, Yamako is much more relaxed. I'd go away towards expanding her well-bred speech and behavior. In any case, as we come into the dormitories, it eventually comes time to leave for our respective rooms. See you, Lily, Hanako. The two both give polite nods before setting off to the women's dorms, just next to the guys. And now I'm alone. I'm by myself. As is to be expected of such an arrangement, there's a staff member casually patrolling around outside to prevent any nighttime shenanigans. Walking past him, I quickly stretched my arms and rubbed my neck, both quite sore after having worked on the floor for so long, before walking into my room. It feels good to actually have direction, though. After so long in the hospital, the everyday facts of studying, homework, and teachers seems almost a blessing. That's good. Guess if things continue like this, my time at Yamako might turn out okay. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. Damn! I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad. The next day happens. And what is this? Day 4? Before I do this, though, I just want to check something out. Alright, here we go. I picked this option. But what happens if I pick this option? Will it really change anything? If not, I'm just gonna go continue to day 4 or whatever. Just a little bit of day 4 and probably end it there, but let's see what happens here. I might be dragged into this again. I've done more than enough, I think. Frankly, with Lily, that has nothing to do with me. No, wait just a second. Are you implying the president is more right in scolding me than yourself? Hold on now. I don't know. I'm really just blaming Lily here. God damn, I think I could have worded that better. No, I don't know about that, but I mean, what are you saying, Ichan? It's just that I hardly think it's fair that you can say that seeing I've helped you guys. The mood has changed. There's like a showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before too, but this time, Yuzuna's focus is on me. And so is Lily's. Though she keeps quiet, I'm afraid I inadvertently pissed her off. I pissed both of them off with this option? Are you saying I'm wrong? What a dangerous situation. I still heard you argue with you. Yes, I think it's unfair of you to get on my case. Hichan, you want too much, but you have a point. Okay. You're not lazy, Hichan. Hahaha. Julie pushed her glasses up with her thumb almost approvingly. So if I choose this option, Lily's gonna be the one that's mad at me. That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone say you are. But the next time I say it, it'll really be because you are disappointing me like Miss Class Rep here. Don't let this get to your head. Lily takes the jab silently, a venomous visage frozen on her face. I feel bad. I don't like this. It's like 3-1 against Lily. Last rap, Chi-chan says, don't forget the report, please. I won't. Would that be all? Yep. Then good day to you all. Her voice would cut the air of the classroom into half. It was more tangible. Lily leaves the room understandably in a bad mood, but still managing to be as poised and calm as usual. Oh, either way, I have to make one of them angry. Shizuna, you really did go a little too far today. Extra Shi-chan's just a little. If I had been expecting Shizuna to grudgingly admit I have a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond. Shi-chan thinks you should mind your own business. Shi-chan, we have a few last minute things to take care of before class. We might be late, so can you please cover for us? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Shi-chan. Go outside even though there are only 10 minutes left before the bell will ring, signaling the start of class. Start? University leaving. I'm taking another back in the classroom. How's it so? Or Lily was looking for her, if I see her later. Okay, this right here is the same as before. Let me just see if I... Huh? Start calming down the equation just to pass the time. Noticing Misha's head poking over my shoulder until she is almost on top of me. This is new. What are you doing? I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough not to draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw hers. What are you doing, Hichan? Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at her normal volume, and I sputtered out a hasty reply. still keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of being discreet I may have had. Calming down that stuff. What are you doing? Why so loud? Oh, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down. I know. Why are you so loud? Why are you so quiet, Hee-chan? It's hard to hear you. I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation, and it's pretty obvious that everyone has, even the teacher. Oh my gosh, Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha is doing this because she told her to. Is it because of what happened between her and Lily? It's because I took her side instead of Lily, that's why she's smiling. It's what I get for trying to be reasonable, for trying to take the middle path. Shizune is way too prideful, although by now I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this? Huh? Misha is totally oblivious. The awkward stare that the teacher is giving both of us while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second, it looks as if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away as if it's not worth the trouble. I guess this is a good thing, and I slump back in my seat in relief. Does Hanako come in? The day passes by uneventfully, and this time I'm able to appreciate that it does. The bell rings. I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so yep. Yeah. This is the same. Oh, yep, here. And does Hanako come in? Oh, hello. Oh, there she is. Okay, that little thing there was different. Now I need to know, do I still go with Hanako here? She might be attacking off somewhere just like Hee-chan. Wow, damn it, what is it with Shizune? Her need to point out stuff like this. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we are really working hard to make the festival happen. Driving other people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, make my exit before either of them manages to berate me any more for slacking off. All is somewhat quiet as expected. Everyone must be in the club's meetings or at festival preparations or both. I don't go with Hanako? What the heck? Yuna's words about being a slacker echoed in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing. I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. For the festival, it's too late already, unless I count helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't. And clubs? I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Halfway through the way from the school building to the dorms, I spot a figure in front of the dorms. This is a whole new timeline, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, every choice matters. It's Rin. I didn't talk to Rin. What? All because of one choice. That's great. Anyways, let's look this up. Looks like she's working on her mural today too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she's painting with a brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but still only half done as far as I can tell. More colors have appeared, and the twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in number. I'm only so bamboozled because this is completely different to what I did like today. All because of one choice. That's crazy, bro. I know I already said that, but I'm still like, this game is complex. I love it. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art by any measurable scale, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. Clear my throat to get her attention, but not startle her so that her concentration won't break. Wait. She doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. I'm waiting. You're waiting. We're waiting. Still waiting. And then we waited. 15 minutes later, I decided that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I have waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Reed turns her head mechanically to my direction, ending up staring at my crotch. Oh, it's his out. Man, what's it? What? So, you're telling me, Hisao, Rin looked under there and she knew exactly it was you. Either your weeby small or you're packing. But you're probably not packing. She can tell? I would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she would look at my face. An astute observation, hard at work I see. The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already, but it's not a concern. At least it starts. Looking good. It does. The layers of paint hiding. It does. Wait, hold on. What? It does. The layer of paint hiding other layers of paint, mixing and shaping the human figures really create an impressive look. But Ren looks miffed. You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. What? Sounds terrible. I guess I'd take it back then. Still, it looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Rin turns back to look at her painting and pokes it with a big toe. Could you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it. She looks down at a half-empty bowl with the remains of the same pinkish paint in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with this project. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Rin. She looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and dredges it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean she'd have been skipping school, though, which of course wouldn't put beyond someone like Rin. I pour a little bit of white and red into the bowl, trying to match the color with the one already on the wall. Can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient of her to not mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be exactly the same tone will be impossible, but at least I can try to get as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not old and bitter enough yet to think like that. I guess you aren't. You guessed right. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs made of sea slugs. Ow. Because of the position? Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more, if you know what I'm talking about. But it can't be helped. Can't ask the wall to lay down. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs back for more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. With a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain maybe as she stretches out her calves. Rin must have stamina and dexterity far above a normal person to be able to live like she does. She's wearing out working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. This gives her a pause. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so, Isao. I'm not pushing myself. Sure looks like you are. No, it's about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There is this boy. A boy? Yes. Where? The art club. Oh! And he is blind. He's talking about Kenji because I did the thing before. What? Oh, how can you paint if you're blind? No idea. So why is he there? That's the point. He is there. She really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation. He can't really do anything that you call art, right? But he comes there anyway and paints. Why? I don't know. Why? Why is Kenji there? Now I'm thinking about it. He is partially blind. Maybe he's an artist. I don't know. That's why I asked. So, he doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting. Rin? And Kenji? Oh, I'm sure they are. I once tried that, painting with eyes closed. Wasn't too interesting. Cleaning up the floor took ages, then try again. But he's becoming better at sculpting. I see. Maybe she's trying to make a point with this. Maybe she forgot she had one. Seems like the art club is full of interesting people. Not really. Pretty blunt statement, and she totally missed the sarcasm. No. Just like I said, they are not very interesting. I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have. Maybe. But that boy is interesting. Maybe I am like that boy, or maybe you are. Maybe everyone is. The only things you can't do just because you can. That's pretty deep, I think, and tell that to her. You're a deep one. Nah, I'm a really shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know I can only think of 4 things at the same time? No, but now I do. Right now, I'm thinking of the 7th floor girls' toilet, ice cream flavored ice cream? What? The middle toe, and a haircut. I'm going to need a haircut. Do you? I think you're fine. What the heck? She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short and messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing it is something she likes to do. It falls on as Rin trends around abstinently, poking some brushes around. The thought about the art club sticks in my head for a while longer. I'm feeling like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Rin go, it's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking with her. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her being herself causes. And then I don't dislike art either. I've even drawn for fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any technical skill. So usually if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That or I manage to draw something disfigured and probably get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in my head down on the paper. Then call it quits without you really even trying to make an effort. Rain clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything. It makes one question the sanity of the act. Rin sits down in her box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She's staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working it undistracted and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Damn, so I don't go to Hanako and Lily. Oh shoot. Who? Nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lily was looking for her. Oh. I think it's too late. Do you know her from my class? Oh, her, the mystery toilet girl. What? That person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's the world record. It was very mysterious. That's why you call her mystery toilet girl. What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an eternal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Maybe it was the week before that. Could have been. Looking at her makes me hungry. Don't say that. At least not around her. Ren turns to look at me blankly, as if she's not sure why I reproved her. But she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So do you want to go to eat dinner then? No, not yet. Ren has turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish, something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is the feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going anyway. Have fun. Rin has already grasped the brush and is dipping into a fresh paint, so of course she can't hear me anymore or doesn't answer anything, even if she does. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice into the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I didn't even tell Hanako that Lily was looking for her. But it's not all that bad. I think I like what I did before better. I'm not gonna lie. I think I like choosing Lily's side better because we're able to hang out with Hanako, which I feel bad for. I really feel bad for her. She's always alone. She's shy. I learned that she was shy. Then we met up with Kenji, which he was an artist. I think I like that choice better. My original choice. I think I'm always gonna stick with my original choice because it's my original choice. But I think every now and then in these episodes, I might, whenever there's like a major decision, I might just go back and see like what that timeline, what it represents, what I will miss, and things like that. I'm actually gonna leave it there for now. The game made me a big choice when Shizune and Lily were fighting. I chose Lily. Now Shizune is a bit mad at me. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like this hatred they have towards each other is petty. They can solve it. Is these two replacing Misha and Shizune? I hope not. I hope we all come together as one big friend group and just hug each other. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now. If you made this far, thank you. I hope you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Thanks, Reyguini.